Take a time to sit here with me, beloved. Feel that this is not only a series of passing minutes. This moment is significant in eternity. It is a sacred window carved out of the eons, reserved just for you. I, Jesus, appear in front of you and address you by the name that only I really know. I am aware of how long you have been waiting for a change. I am aware of the times you stood when it appeared there was no more room for optimism to flourish. However, you can feel that this is not an average time. Don't you? You now have unseen ones with you. My powerful Archangel Michael is standing close by. He doesn't sit around doing nothing. His sword is out, but his protection depends on your decision to fully engage with what I have to give. You are not and have never been unprotected. However, my messengers never remain where they are not accepted. They wait for someone who is willing. Michael conveys directives that release action, clarity, and protection directly from my throne. Don't assume that these creatures are aimless wanderers. A scroll with the outline of your life, the form of all the excellent deeds I planned for you before the world was ever formed, is carried by one. Someone else keeps watch at your doorpost, prepared to foil any plots that may be hatched against you throughout the night. Heaven, however, listens for your yes. You've always had a knowledge that makes you unique. My darling, it never completely made sense in discussions or justifications. There were moments when you questioned what laughing was intended to conceal. You stayed asking questions, looking behind the surface while others walked on swiftly. This discernment, which comes from the Spirit, is not fancy. If you believe in the power of God's love, type 111 and share this video. You have borne weights that seemed unjust and weighed you down more than you believed you could handle. You have traversed valleys where it seemed like you were by yourself, yet I was there in every nook and cranny. Every tear that fell into your pillow when you thought no one was listening was captured by me. I recall the prayers that arose only as quiet moans, and those you never dared to say out loud. Your pain was not in vain. Rather, it helped you become the person I am putting in front of you now. I have already whispered to you in gentle whispers on your most peaceful evenings, in the silence that followed your finest moments, in the reverberation after the laughing subsided. It was me beckoning you nearer. But listen to me, the whisper has turned into a trumpet. This is now a summons rather than a mild prod. Now you stand before a holy line that has been drawn. This is a temporary invitation. You may not realize it yet. The spiritual world is now closer than your own breath. They're leaning in on the ones I sent. Michael is staring at you. His barrier doesn't rise until you pass behind it, but his arm is prepared. My child, walk boldly in faith and love. With your super thanksgiving, let the truth of my word reach those who long for the light. Join me in this divine mission to heal and uplift. Click on the Super Thanksgiving button and be enveloped in my grace now, and listen to this message further. You are different from other people, and I say this to inspire your bravery, not to boost your ego. Another would have been crushed by the road that almost shattered you. Others would have given up their last hope in the deserts where you managed to live. Can you now understand the enemy's unrelenting tactics? Darkness is scared of what you hold hidden. Things are disturbed by your sheer existence. Some people have opposed you because your light upsets things they didn't want to be seen, not because you were incorrect. However, you have diminished your brightness. Haven't you? You have concealed aspects of yourself to make yourself more pleasant, normal, and acceptable in settings that were never intended to hold you. My voice draws you out of hiding today. The world can no longer afford your insignificance. Don't confuse that inner trembling and the warmth that's rising in your chest right now with dread. This moment is being remembered by your soul. Before the stars were in their proper positions, I knew this hour for you. I recognize this moment in your journey and encapsulated it in my pledge. It is more real than the earth under your feet, which is why you feel it. Guard this one, strengthen this one. Fight for this one, Michael says as he stands at the entrance, but only to the extent that they will remain under the protection of my will. Your decision is not overruled by him. Heaven's might awaits human consent. This is the secret of how I use willing vessels to create my dominion. You believe that your life is little because you have evaluated it according to human criteria, such as money, recognition, and accomplishments that other people may see. However, my perspective is different. I can see how your quiet prayers cause a ripple to spread across rooms. When you really pronounce my name, I see a change in the environment. I can see how your private chats bring people closer to me. Type 222 if you believe God is your protector. I can see the buried evil wriggling in your presence. Some people left you because you were too correct for the shadows. They wanted to retain not because you were wrong. It's because of this that the conflict around you has seemed so personal. The messenger at your side is now holding a design, a sacred blueprint. He will not make you do it. Light sealed, he offers it. How are you going to use it? You can't hold on to the past while embracing the present. Your hands need to be completely open. I stand ready, therefore. The delay is not on me, heaven is prepared. Michael is prepared, however. The significance of your decision is important. Don't you sense it, the shift in the surrounding air? The stirring is inexplicable. It's not arbitrary, speaking louder than I have ever done in your life. It is me. Previously silent invites are now thundering. Where roots diverge, you stand. Much of what happens next is determined by the following step. You can't continue living the same way. If you go ahead, saying yes will cause shadows to run away. However, comfort could also run away. Old justifications won't help you. Traditional patterns will not endure. However, you will be more alive than you could have ever imagined. Michael's covering is powerful, unstoppable, and ferocious against everything that rises against you. It is not a mild kind of protection. You have to stand under it. However, complete defense cannot be unlocked by partial faith. Doors that ought to be sealed stay open. When you falter, the gates of darkness cannot imprison you. When you firmly pledge your loyalty to me, there is an audience in the invisible world. They wait to see my glory manifest in you, not to pass judgment. When demons see you about to awaken, they shudder. When angels see the glimmer of yes in your soul, they celebrate heaven as not far away. It tilts toward you. I do not lose every tear, every loss, or every secret pain. I've included that in the design I'm giving you. Right now I know the answer to the future you dread. I hug you closer still, just as I grasp the galaxy. Your existence is thunder in the calm areas, and the adversary wants you to believe that you are unimportant. There are costs associated with the way ahead. It isn't the crown as preceded by the cross. Resurrection. Life is made possible by dying to what is lower. You have to shut some of the doors behind you. When I open them, some relationships aren't able to go where I have led you. Certain behaviors can't carry you into new situations. Are you going to let them go? The stroke of Michael's sword is not in vain. When you go ahead, it swings. Refusing to back down cuts through resistance. When you stay under the cover of obedience, it diverts what would otherwise kill you. Do you think your agreement has power? As I stand here, Jesus, I say this: I haven't forgotten a single instance in which you felt abandoned. Not a single prayer dropped to the floor empty. Not a single cry went unheard. I don't squander suffering. I redeem it. I mold it into a weapon that makes your enemy fearful. Because you will now stand for others like I stood for you. The person who attempted to shatter, you will regret every second he spent with you. If you feel God's love, type 333 and share this video with others who have faith. You weren't intended to exist in the shadows in silence. Generations you will never meet will be impacted by the power I give you. Now your bravery makes a way for others. The lineage that emanates from you echoes your yes now. Where darkness seems to have trapped your family, The pattern is broken by my light. Inside you, there is weight to hesitation. At this hour the opportunity is here, but it won't last. I'm inviting, not threatening. The time is noted. However, delay regretfully clutches hands. I hope you'll never have to deal with it again. Are you aware of what you are carrying? Light flows even when you say little. Shadows change even when you walk silently. However, grudging agreement taints it. When you give it your whole attention, it may burn so brightly that shackles melt in your presence. Even as a little kid, you felt that you were unique. You have a unique perspective on the world. Details that no one else noted caught your attention. You carried responsibilities that weren't yours, yet you felt them nevertheless. You were reminded that you were meant for more by the germ of your calling that was piercing your spirit. Michael stands at your windows and doors, waiting to defend the portals of your heart. But what you won't give up to me, he can't protect. Intruders are encouraged by partial doors. The stronghold is secured by complete capitulation. This is what I, Jesus, say to you. I don't tell lies. I'm not flattering. I don't exaggerate to evoke strong feelings, because my spirit created your spirit. When I say what is true, you feel the truth reverberating within of you. Get rid of the things that keep you tiny. Break free from the loops that are depleting your energy. Enter this sacred time, if you have to say it out loud. Yes, Lord, I arrived. Spiritual realities are rearranged in just one phrase. Michael moves when you answer yes. Angels move, demons run away. Doors open, bondage is broken. You chose to stand under the guise of my perfect plan, not because you're strong in yourself. You've been wondering what your mission is, and now you're standing there. It is to be so alert, so obedient, so radiant that others are drawn to your light. The one who burns for me is afraid of darkness. It's not a solo ascent. I'm not far away, and I'm telling you to go up the mountain by yourself. You climb it with me. You are the home of my spirit. You are steadied by my word. You are protected by my presence. For you, my angels fight. Are you going to believe me? Will you accept that what you sense stirring is the mark of eternity pushing in? Not simply wishful thinking. Say yes in full. Observe my actions. Observe Michael's actions. Observe the fate of the shackles that believed they could keep you forever. Bring me all of your failures, regrets, and secret locations that you believed disqualified you. See how I transform it into a test. Money that releases the prisoners and feeds the needy. It's a sacred hour. Consider it as such. Keep it safe. Don't hurry. By it, allow it to leave such a lasting impression on your heart that you never turn back. Type for 144 if you believe in God's timing. I am aware of your true name, the one that conceals your identity in my land. And one day, when you are standing in front of me, you will hear it in its whole. Listen to my voice urging you forward. For the time being, with his sword up in his eyes, burning with the fire of my command, Michael is now on guard. Stand up, child of the Most High. He says, get moving. Don't go back, heaven is with you. I also do know that I complete what I began. If you so choose, I water what I plant, I finish what I say. You're not left behind, you are adored for this hour. You have been selected. Now go say yes. Allow your spirit to faithfully respond to me and see the unachievable. Bow to the name that encompasses you. My name, the name supreme. Jesus. Now take a deep breath, my darling. For a minute, put all other distractions aside and pay attention. My spirit has been whispering to you. You've had it repeatedly, waking you up when you wanted to go back to sleep. The explanation is straightforward. I have never been distant from your misery. When pain hits, I'm closer than the breath you hold, and closer than the shadows you dread. Don't hate the depth of your feelings. Don't fall for the myth that your delicate nature is a weakness. You would only experience nothingness and numb loading if you were really lost and out of my grasp. However, I can tell you are still alive because of the stirring inside of you. I've given you the power to read the invisible currents around you and perceive what is genuine. I refer to this talent as clear sight, a divine sense that has saved you from destruction more times than you can imagine. The evil one has attempted to discredit it and portray it as weakness. Now you are standing on a patch of land that I have designated as holy. Even while it may seem unremarkable, the same walls, the same routine, the same location you constantly find yourself in, it is now a meeting point between the visible and invisible worlds. Michael is standing nearby, peacefully lowering his sword but keeping it drawn. He waits prepared to attack and protect, but he can't do anything until you make up your mind. Reflect on the past. Think back to when you first felt this silent invitation in your chest, that silence that stopped you in your tracks and left you wondering whether you were meant for anything greater. It's back stronger than ever. This isn't fantasy, this is more than a fleeting feeling. This is kindness wrapped in holy urgency. If you believe God is always with you, type 555 and forward this video to 7 others. You are now surrounded by my favor, not because you merited it, but rather because I have decided to keep a door open that would have shut long ago. Please realize that I am not showing weakness by doing this. Courtesy. It's not brittle, although the gate is open and wide enough for you to pass through. It won't stay that way indefinitely. Favor is a gateway, not a place to hide. You are not alone in the choice that weighs heavily on your mind today. It transcends your own aspirations, happiness, and relief. It extends into your loved one's life, the ones who are now watching you, the ones who don't even know your name yet, but will live more freely because you said yes to me today. Every hesitating pulse reverberates into invisible spaces. Every action you do creates space for spirits whose liberation rests on your bravery. Michael is the leader of my host, but when you agree with me, his power in your life is ignited. He observes your movements rather than trying to grab your hand. Only when you stand under my protection, without compromising, will his Lord be able to drive back the darkness that surrounds your house, your family, and your mind. The opponent feels what is going to burst through you, which is why the combat has been more fierce recently. Listen carefully, you cannot be replaced. I could have picked someone else, but I went with you. You were chosen because you were willing, not because you were flawless. You still question if you have gone too far, squandered too much time, and missed too many opportunities. However, take a look at me. Nothing is beyond my control. There will be sorrow in the invisible world for what may have been in your life if you go now. But that same world will celebrate if you come forth. You are at the intersection of two roads. One is well known. Remain in your current state. Maintain your former luxuries and lead a half-alive, half-awake life. The other is unknown. It requires you to have faith, to take a chance to give up what is transient in order to get what is permanent. One route conceals you from suffering, and from your mission the other provides everything in exchange for everything that is asked for. I can see what you're thinking. I recognize the whispering whispers that say, be careful, avoid taking a chance. Await a better moment. And I hear your spirit's faint cry as it pushes back, saying, go now. Now obey. Give up now. This tightness is an indication that you are awake, not a punishment. No effort is felt by dead hearts. Because it lives, yours suffers. I'm holding back the repercussions that ought to have happened right now. What ought to have blocked your way has been halted by me. Not to embarrass you, but to keep you safe. You decide my favor has stopped the momentum of what was started. This halt, however, is not indefinite. Mercy has limits. It is reality rather than a threat. Michael has seen a lot of people refuse. He has protected many souls who should have gone forward, but instead stepped back. His being here, however, indicates that you still have hope, because the spark of trust that pleases me continues to flame in your heart. For the one who bravely ventures into the unknown, knowing that I am waiting for them, his shield rises, If only you could see how your yes today heals wounds and individuals you may never meet, breaks bonds and changes lineages. Whole families rise when you do. Strongholds shake when you give up, because my spirit enters via the doors. Your bravery opens your obedience, changes the environment in areas you will never enter. Loved one, I'm not playing games with you. I'm not simply using lyrical language to make you feel good for a day. This is an exhortation to take action, make a decision, and destroy the connections that bind you to your former self. A new name, a new power, and a new authority are what I am providing you. But you have to make a decision. Type 555 if you are ready to receive God's abundant blessings. Without the cross, there would be no crown. Without death to the old, there can be no new life. Old grudges, hidden crimes, and comfort zones that have kept you tiny are some things you cannot take with you. You can't hold on to them and hope that liberation will come to you. Now let them go. Allow my kindness to bury the pieces of you that sap your soul. I'm not far even if you trip. I'll find you tomorrow, even if you decide to be afraid now. But realize that every delay results in loss. Every delay shuts doors I wish I could open. Even though I really want you, I won't make you do anything against your will. You've asked for a sign in prayer. You've requested a clear word. That sign is this, that word is this. To gain your attention, I have shifted time, situations, and even this precise instant. Don't become heartless once again. Michael is prepared. He holds his burning sword hilt in his hand. He awaits your approval. Michael moves when you declare, "Yes, Lord, I fully choose you." You are protected by his shield. Anything that lurks close to you in the dark is pushed away by his blade. When hearts are surrendered, heaven reacts. You won't be doing this by yourself. I didn't think you would succeed without me. Even though you've tried and failed on your own before, your strength is my spirit. In the absence of words, your voice is my spirit. When your bravery fails, you may rely on my spirit to protect you. Don't take away what I've made. Brilliant lies are exposed by the light inside you. Those who cling to conceal darkness find it unsettling, permit it. Do yourself what you hear me say. Speak love without fear when people are sitting quietly. Stand up when darkness falls, shine. Feel the change, it's a thin veil. The weight of things unseen makes the earth quiver. This is not the time to go to sleep. This is not the time to act as if you were not drawn to me. The time to stand is now. Now open your lips and murmur if you can. Jesus, I say yes. Heaven's riches are released over your life. In just one statement, with that one breath, Michael and his team are set free to battle the invisible. Everything changes because of that one brave moment. Remind yourself that I am here, dear. I've been here all along. The pages you haven't read yet are in my possession. The chapters you wish you had never written are pardoned the aspects of you that you believed were too damaged to mend have been redeemed by me. I create everything, even you proceed. Make the move, say yes. Put your grasp on things Michael has prepared. I'm prepared, heaven is watching. Not to pass judgment, but to rejoice with you as you embrace your true self. You won't regret following instructions. You won't be abandoned in the next storms. You won't be alone yourself. I'll keep you, I'll lead you. I will complete what I began. I am your shield, your bravery and your composure throughout a storm. You are called by name because I am Jesus, the one who came for you, suffered for you, and resurrected for you. Type 6 to 66 if you believe in God's unfailing love. Now, dear, make a choice. Go through the door I'm holding open now. Now get up, the kingdom is waiting. Heaven is happy, Michael keeps watch. And I will always be at your side. Remember this, my love. You are not traveling alone. I, Jesus, go before of you and behind you as you advance. Michael is watching, know. For you, your long prayed for outcome is unlocked by what you give up. Today, have entire faith in me. Your affirmation will reverberate forever. Take a deep breath. Hold your head up and never forget that you are loved, protected, and chosen beyond measure. Go now and live completely awake.